up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So we have made it here to PRI, finally arrived. It's been snowing outside, freezing cold, but we are inside right now. They are doing setup in here, and I have found the Indy cylinder head booth. They used to make billet Cummins blocks back in the day, and I just couldn't help but stop and start my video right here on this huge billet aluminum cylinder head. It's set up for a diesel tractor that's been converted to alcohol, so it's pretty sick. You can see the, it does spin. The spark plug holes where the spark plugs go like down in there. And they are like threaded on the backside spark plugs. That's pretty cool. But we're here with Cletus. He's over here at the XS booth. We're gonna keep walking around, check out some other stuff. But while we're doing that, I want you guys to go check out from yesterday when we showed up and it was snowing outside. We unloaded Leroy, so check that out right quick. So we're out here, guys, at Lucas Oil Stadium. Right here in the background, we've got Leroy. We're in the parking lot. That's kind of like a staging area to drop stuff off. I'm gonna let the tailgate down. Cletus is inside, currently GoProing himself, getting the car unstrapped. It is like 29 degrees and snowing.
His idea was to have an event of, I didn't even think about that. Come on, Leroy. Come on, buddy. Come on. Yes. Uh-oh. Come on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on. Finesse it. Oh.
Found the Rudy's diesel truck owned by Aaron Rudolph. This thing is sick. It's got a 6.4 in it. I think he's got billet heads on it now. This thing is definitely nasty. Come back to it tomorrow. So the Leroy is over here in the corner for the Texas Speed booth. They're gonna get him pushed in somewhere over here. I'm not sure where yet, because they've got a bunch of stuff right there, but we happen to be right next to the Fleece Performance booth and right next to XDP, and they actually have the welder up rig truck parked over there. We literally got here yesterday. We're checking that rig out and up pops. We got back to the hotel and literally the episode where they're building that truck popped up on TV, and we actually watched the final parts of the episode where they were building it. But check out the billet aluminum fleece block. This thing is so nice. I know this is their display model they had here last year, and they always keep it polished up and nice, but it's made so you can put wet sleeves in it, so if you ever have to change the sleeves out when they go bad, you can do that. And they've got their display 6.7 liter Cummins here. We use a lot of fleece products on all our newer common rail stuff, for like turbo kits, stuff like that, some of their dual injection pump kits. I think they've even designed this wheel to look like an American Force wheel for your dual CP3 kit right there, which is pretty sick. And they've just designed and came out with a in-tank fuel pump kit, so instead of having to run a fast or air dog fuel system, you can actually drop this fuel pump right in your factory tank location. It has two factory, I don't know if these are Walbro fuel pumps, I think, that will replace your factory fuel system. And you do have to run a little bit of wiring to make it heavier duty. Being on dual pumps, the factory wiring won't work with dual pumps, but that's pretty sick. So it drops right in place, no drilling holes or anything like that to make your fuel system work.
Turbo placement is key.
Right in the valley.
We're right on the valley.
The Fleece just came out with this new turbo too for the Ford. This is 6.7 engine. This is what's in their new motor. So that's the manifolds are on the inside of the heads.
What the
And the valve cover is the intake.
What?
Yeah.
Hold on.
The intake is on, the exhaust is on the inside of the heads.
Insane.
The valve covers are the intake manifolds.
How do you build a charge pipe for this?
So obviously it goes in the intercooler and it comes back and it's a spider that sits on top. It's pretty sick.
Crazy, something like that. Okay, so this is the
Oh, look at that. The dual
Dual-feeded.
housing. Yep.
Right in. So this is a factory charger.
That's just mounting down there on the valley cover.
Yep. That's how all Fords are. All the mounts are in the valley.
Okay, so the oil just blasts up through
the drain, and like this is a Duramax, which is basically the same way, but it's got manifolds on the outside.
That's a little more normal.
This is a LML, which is like
a lot more.
your 11 to 15 trucks. 11 to 16.
Or say Duramax.
Duramax, yeah. This is the aftermarket turbo setup. Fleece makes this one where it bolts up with all your factory intake manifold and everything.
Is there Cummins right here? This is what's in Buffy?
That's the same motor that's in Buffy, but with lots of awesome performance parts.
Well,
pretty cool.
I say we swap it before we drive home.
They have their own data logging kit too, which is pretty sick.
I have a feeling this will be in something very soon.
Oh. Can't say. We can't say.
Actually, you might be right.
I think this would be better in it though.
No, right here.
The billet. Billet. No, it's got to have billet. It's got that fancy aftermarket exhaust spray. See how Sunny goes in after the...
Yeah, that's sick. All V-banded.
It's pretty sick. Check out the billet though. So where's Leroy gonna go? Right in the front? We're like dying of food. I am hungry. All kinds of cool stuff they got going on here. Walking in here, I stumbled upon Tony Rizzi's Outlaw drag truck. This thing is sick. It's got a Duramax down in there. I think he's got a big precision turbocharger down there in the front. It is a it is a turbo. It's not a Pro Charger, but it's definitely sick. I don't know if this is his new billet. No, he's got a brand new billet aluminum Wagler motor coming up soon. This is the PPI booth. And right over here is the all billet Pro Mod. Save the Racks truck. So sick. It does have a stock 6.7 block down in there, but it does have a billet aluminum Wagler head on it, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Wagler head. That is one custom Steed Speed manifold they got going on there. Can I walk over here to the other side?
Just want to step on that side, please.
Yes, sir. Yeah, all kinds of cool stuff going on in there. Look at that manifold, though. Jeez. Big Garrett GTX 55, 98 millimeter. I think this truck's been like 460s, maybe 450s in the 8th. I'm not sure. Look at this. Rocket bus. It's insane. So just casually strolling through PRI, I knew I needed to find Wagler because they have all of the billet stuff here at the show. And oh baby, do they look at this Wagler billet Duramax. Look at those head studs. Holy cow, that thing is, ooh, she's loose. All billet Duramax. I wonder what the info is on this one. I don't know, but it's got a dry sump down there, billet heads, billet block. All the billet, and then we got a billet Cummins. I've been dying to see this one. I can't remember the guy's name. I do follow him on Facebook, but he was telling me this is actually his motor that Wagler built for him. He is a Pro Mod. I'm sorry, either Pro Mod or Pro Street Drag Racer, one of those two. It's a really fast little half-ton Dodge truck, but this is his engine, and they held on to it after they built it just for PRI to kind of show it off. It's actually really crazy because you got 3 CP3s running off the front. You've got a Waterman fuel pump. Pretty sure it's, yeah, Waterman. Yep, we got a Waterman fuel pump back there. It's definitely not going to be running 1 turbo. Yeah, maybe it is. I'm not sure. I think it'd maybe run 3 or 2 big compounds. But the thing that's really crazy is the injector setup on this thing is it's top fed injector. So I almost wonder if they're like a Duramax injector. I don't know what they've got going on in there. Maybe we can see through the vent hole through here, but yeah, I don't know. Pretty crazy setup they got going on there. So these are the masterpieces. The Cummins and the Duramax is what Wagler's known for. And for a lot of you guys that have been looking at those new Duramaxes, they've got an L5P Duramax block right here, and they've already started building all kinds of stuff for it. They now offer, I think, like the first people to build billet main caps and billet rods for an L5P Duramax. That is freaking sick. So much stuff, so much money just sitting here chilling at their booth. God, this, I know this motor right here probably I'm sure it definitely has got to be around $200,000. But if you're not looking to drop all the money on a full billet motor, Wagler does offer a lot of nice products, like a nice cast intake right here for a Duramax and all kinds of really cool billet parts here and there. I'll give you guys a little bit of a... This is a dry sump engine. As you can see, it doesn't have an oil pan. It relies on an external oil tank to house all the oil for this engine, and an oil pump that would usually mount right here and be belt driven, and of course the drains and stuff like that for the oil pan are down there. But this thing is so sick. I'm pretty sure it's like a three-piece. You have like the top section where the jugs are, then you have like the block, then you have another I think it's called a bottom plate or a bed plate that the main caps are actually built into, and then you have the oil pan and the head, lower rocker box, and then the valve cover. So this got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 parts of this engine that have to be stacked together in order for it to be complete and running, which is absolutely nuts. I wonder what it weighs. Yeah, I don't know how much it weighs. I'm sure it probably weighs at least 800 pounds somewhere in there fully loaded, which is a lot less than a fully loaded Cummins, which probably weighs, you know, around 1,300 pounds. But if anything, as much as I love Cummins, the billet Duramax has to take the ticket. This thing is just freaking insane nice. Oh my gosh, it's so insane. But I would love, when I hit the lottery, or, you know, become Insta famous or YouTube famous here in about a week from now, this will definitely be the engine that goes in the race truck. A lot of you guys have been asking if I'm selling the race truck. I'm not selling it, but this is definitely the freaking engine that's going in it. It is so sick. That's pretty much it for in here in the show. I know I didn't get a lot of stuff. I hope you guys liked the shenanigans of us pulling Leroy in earlier. That was pretty fun. Definitely was snowing. It is freezing cold. I don't know what we're going to get into here. But in case we don't get into anything, I want you guys to smash that like button. Drop a comment down below what you want to see me going around. If you guys will comment down below what you want to see here at PRI, we'll go check it out and definitely put some information in the videos for you guys. And subscribe if you're new to the channel. I appreciate all the support. And make sure you guys smash that like button. And get ready for that t-shirt drop. I may have it in this video. We're definitely doing pre-orders on t-shirts for about a week, and then the ones that sell within that week will be shipping out before Christmas. So get ready for that, guys. I appreciate it. And like I said, if we get into something after this, it'll be right after this. So stay around for it. We'll catch y'all later. Peace out.